Liv Morgan. Rhea Ripley supporters are ugly, they're losers, and they're pathetic, just like Rhea Ripley. The rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley has reached new heights in WWE, keeping fans on edge throughout 2024. The feud began intensifying after Morgan defended her WWE Women's World Championship against Ripley in some high-stakes encounters. At WWE SummerSlam, Morgan defeated Ripley in a gripping match, cementing her reign as champion. Then at WWE Bad Blood, Morgan managed to retain her title once again against Ripley, although this time, Raquel Rodriguez's interference played a significant role in Morgan's victory. Despite these outcomes, Ripley's determination to challenge Morgan hasn't wavered, with Ripley's constant attempts to dethrone the reigning champion adding fuel to their ongoing animosity. Recently, Morgan made waves when she was invited on the Bootleg Kev podcast and shared some unfiltered thoughts on Ripley and her fans. When asked if she was bothered by Ripley's popularity, especially given that Ripley has earned considerable support from WWE fans, Morgan's response was unexpectedly blunt. Liv Morgan's fiery response to Rhea Ripley's popularity. Morgan didn't mince words in her response, revealing just how little Ripley's fan base affects her. No, because I think she's a loser, and I think all her fans are losers. So I don't care that she's over with her supporters because I think they're all ugly and they're all losers and they're all pathetic, just like Rhea Ripley is. So I don't care at all, Morgan remarked. Her statement not only directed heat at Ripley, but also took aim at Ripley's fans, sparking intense reactions within the WWE community. Morgan's words reflect the passion and competitive drive fueling her as she continues to defend her title against one of WWE's fiercest and most beloved wrestlers. Despite Ripley's popularity, Morgan remains focused on her own achievements and has shown that she won't be easily shaken by her rival's fanfare. Instead, she's taking a more assertive approach, unabashedly expressing her disdain for Ripley and her fan base. Rhea Ripley's popularity and its impact on WWE storylines. Rhea Ripley's rise in popularity over recent years has been significant, with her rebellious persona and raw talent resonating with WWE fans worldwide. Often regarded as a powerhouse in the women's division, Ripley has cultivated a dedicated following that admires her in-ring abilities and her intimidating presence. Fans see Ripley as a worthy challenger who could potentially dethrone Morgan, adding excitement to every face-off between these two WWE superstars. Morgan's refusal to acknowledge Ripley's popularity underscores the competitive nature of their feud, where pride and personal vendettas seem to overshadow any sense of sportsmanship. Ripley's appeal with fans, however, is something WWE recognizes and capitalizes on. Her presence in the ring generates a strong crowd reaction, whether she's a hero or the villain. Her connection with the audience and her dynamic style of wrestling have only intensified the rivalry with Morgan, making their matches some of the most anticipated events on WWE's calendar this year. The rivalry's evolution and what's next for Morgan and Ripley. The Liv Morgan-Rhea Ripley feud has gone beyond just title matches. It's a story of intense rivalry, where personal digs and verbal shots outside the ring have become as much a part of their dynamic as their in-ring battles. From Morgan's controversial comments on Ripley's fan base to Ripley's relentless pursuit of the championship, both stars have shown they're willing to push boundaries to assert dominance. Morgan has taken a bold approach in declaring her disdain for Ripley and her supporters, but Ripley has also been known for her own brutal honesty and aggressive responses. Given the intensity of their feud, it's only a matter of time before Ripley issues her own retort, likely escalating the rivalry even further. With each match, the stakes are raised, and the WWE audience is eager to see if Ripley will finally get the upper hand over Morgan and claim the WWE Women's World Championship. The role of fan support in WWE rivalries. Morgan's dismissal of Ripley's fan base brings up an interesting aspect of WWE rivalries, the role of audience loyalty. Fans are an essential part of WWE, with their cheers and boos creating an electric atmosphere that adds depth to each match. Wrestlers often thrive on this support, drawing energy from the crowd's reactions. For Ripley, The loyalty of her fan base has likely fueled her resilience in the face of repeated defeats, inspiring her to continue challenging Morgan despite the setbacks. Meanwhile, Morgan's stance reflects her independent approach, showing that she prefers to focus on her own achievements rather than concerning herself with the support Ripley receives. This disregard for Ripley's popularity can be seen as a way for Morgan to establish herself as an unbothered, dominant champion who doesn't rely on fan approval to validate her success. WWE fans react to Morgan's comments. Morgan's comments have stirred up heated discussions among WWE fans, with opinions split on whether her remarks were warranted or overly harsh. While some fans appreciate Morgan's assertiveness, others feel that she may have crossed a line by insulting Ripley's supporters. The intense reactions highlight just how invested WWE fans are in the Morgan-Ripley feud and how each wrestler's comments fuel the excitement for their matches. For Ripley's fans, Morgan's statements may serve as a rallying cry, motivating them to cheer even louder for their favorite wrestler. Ripley's supporters, who see her as an underdog facing a resilient champion, are likely to continue backing her efforts to take down Morgan in the ring. Meanwhile, Morgan supporters may view her comments as an affirmation of her confidence and determination to retain her championship title, despite Ripley's popularity. Anticipating the next chapter in the Morgan-Ripley feud, the rivalry between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley has captured WWE audiences' attention for months, and Morgan's recent comments only add more fuel to the fire. With each match, their storyline grows more layered, driven by personal tensions and professional ambitions. Morgan's dismissive attitude toward Ripley's popularity and her willingness to insult Ripley's fans signal that she's more than prepared to defend her title against Ripley's relentless pursuit. As WWE moves forward with this rivalry, fans are left to wonder how Ripley will respond to Morgan's pointed remarks and if she can finally overcome her rival to claim the championship. Whether Ripley eventually triumphs or Morgan continues her dominant reign, one thing is certain. This rivalry is far from over. The next chapter promises more action, drama, and intensity that will keep WWE fans eagerly watching each confrontation between these two fierce competitors. Liv Morgan reflects on career highlights. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. Liv Morgan has recently expressed that completing the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour stands out as her favorite moment in her wrestling career. This tour was not just a series of matches for the WWE superstar. It represented a significant turning point and a chance for Morgan to reclaim her place in the spotlight after a challenging period in her journey. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour allowed Morgan to showcase her resilience and determination, facing off against top competitors and solidifying her reputation in the women's division. With each match,